Hey friends, how's it going? So, this this is the face of disgust. Yes, face of disgust. Why? The transmission for the E150, the van that I rebuilt because it smoked the direct clutch. Took it out on a road test, shifted first, second, third, fourth. Got to the traffic light, no problem. Went to go take off from the light, shifted first, second, third. What the heck is going on here? Why don't I have fourth? Then all of a sudden it shifted first, second. Labored into third. I'm like, literally I went around a block. 6 miles, I think it's the total to go around a block here. Got back, pulled the stick out, fluid burnt to a crisp. What the heck is going on here? Take the transmission back out. Now this is round three. Take the transmission back out. Pull it apart. Same exact thing happened. So here, you can see, this is the drum. This is where the clutch is burned up. See all of that on the inside there? That's all material from the clutches. See it? It's all caked on the side there. That's all clutch material. Because these clutches burned to a crisp. Again. See that? Absolutely smoked. But all the other clutches are fine. So I was like, what am I missing here? Something is going on. I took the governor completely apart. Disassembled it completely. Nothing. It's fine. Okay. So was I mistaken in thinking that the governor is what caused it? Probably. So it probably wasn't the governor to begin with. So what could be the problem? All right. I called around to a couple of people that I know that are transmission experts. I am not a transmission expert. I've told you that before. I can rebuild them, and I usually never have a problem. This transmission is identical to the E4OD, I think is what they call it. Basically, it's the electronic version of the AOD. I think E4ODE maybe is what they call it. I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty much identical to that unit. It's a little more heavy duty. I've rebuilt plenty of those and never had a problem. This is the first AOD I've actually ever rebuilt. First fully manual AOD. What do I mean by manual? There's no electronics to it. Nothing. There's nothing electronic to this transmission at all. All the solenoids, or everything in the valve body is all mechanical. It's all spring-loaded, everything else. So the way it controls shifting is through throttle pressure. It has throttle linkage that goes down to the valve body. And it controls this lever here. See that? That's spring-loaded. That's what controls the pressure. This is for shifting, like first, second, third, reverse, neutral. So, speaking to a few people that I know, and one guy who I spoke to, that's all he does is transmission work. And he says to me, the problem is, it's your throttle adjustment. He says, you cannot set that on a road test. Most of them you can set on a road test, and that's what I've always done. That's what I've always done. He says on those, he goes, you have to set them with a pressure gauge. And he explained to me how to do it, and I'm going to wind up doing that after I fix this again. So he explained to me why. He said to me, when those transmissions first came out, and this is an early build 85, okay, it's the lightest duty of all of these AODs. He said when those first came out, he said they had a string of them at his shop where they rebuilt them, took them out on a road test, and they smoked immediately fried the transmission. He goes, I can't tell you how many of those we had to redo 2, 3, 4 times before we finally figured out what was going on. And it has to do with, like I said, that throttle linkage and the pressure adjustment. So he said, you have to set a gauge on it, and a 100-pound gauge, and he explained how to do it, and he told me the PSI and everything else, but he's actually sending me some information so I can set it correctly. He also told me there's something with a bleed off in this drum that I may want to just double check. He says because he's seen issues with that before. But basically he's saying that's pretty much the entire problem. The other problem he's saying too is he says install a shift kit. What's a shift kit, you might say? A shift kit is to improve shifting performance. It's what the hot rodders used to put in their cars back in the day. People say, oh, it shifts too hard, it's going to hurt the transmission. No, actually shifting hard in the transmission is actually better for it than shifting soft. When a transmission shifts soft, the clutches are slipping as it shifts, especially on these old old non-electronic units. When they shift hard and firm and fast, it's basically engages those clutches immediately. So he said, you want to put a shift kit in it. He goes, because now that valve body's 40 years old. He says, there's probably, even though everything checks out fine when you had it apart, he says, I'd be willing to bet. He goes, you got some springs that are just too weak and not doing what they're supposed to. He goes, so you're losing fluid pressure, and that's what's creating this problem. Everything makes sense. Like I said, I'm not used to these transmissions. I'm used to the electronic versions. So, yeah. So there you get to see. I told you, when I make a mistake, I let you know about it. I show you. I am definitely far from perfect. And certainly shown it with this one. So I get to clean everything all over again. I will show you a video. I will make a video when I go to install the shift kit and stuff like that, because the shift kit's all through the valve body. I got to take the valve body apart again and install the shift kit. I want to take it apart again anyway and just re-clean it, make sure everything's good there. It really shouldn't have any debris in it, but just to be on the safe side. Because what the shift kit does is it changes a couple of springs. Sometimes you have to drill an extra hole in a spacer plate. This piece right here is actually a spacer plate. If you look, you see it? This right here? That's a spacer plate bolted to the valve body. On the opposite side, you can see that orange thing. That's a ball in there. That's a check ball, because the check ball will float and go into a passageway and block the passageway to prevent fluid from going. So if pressure goes in one way, it'll block it. If pressure goes the other way, it'll open up. That's the reason for stuff like that. So when I get the shift kit and go to do all of that, I will show you all of that. I'll probably just show you assembling this drum again and go from there. All right, well, what are you going to do? If this is the worst thing that happens today, today's a good day. So, things happen. What are you going to do? You just got to fix it and move on. All right, I hope you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.